RicE is priceless. How we rock on these mic devices. We leave them all silly. They begging to Billy that they can't see the slogan. Cause yo, we chilling with Logan. What's going on with RicE, Doc? Like Gonzo did it. Big up Gonzo because Gonzo he originated this like thread or whatever you want to call it. You got me? But it's like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like, is his price
It-
getting like like just so he can leave, or like what's? I don't understand it, man.
yeah, I'll be honest with you, Pete. It's a worrying situation. Um, I, I honestly I couldn't tell you. My concern is that
Yep.
a lot of this shit is being leaked from within. Um, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that Rice feels that you know what he is destined for bigger and better things. I don't think any of us can argue the fact that Rice is down for bigger and better things in his
Yep.
career than
Yep.
than playing Europa League or
Yep.
struggling to qualify for Europe or even struggling to stay in the Premier League. So we know Declan Rice is down for bigger and better things. Now,
Yep.
if he is pushing for a move because he feels that promises haven't been kept, if he's pushing for a move because he feels he's undervalued, if he's pushing for a move because he feels he deserves better, then you know what? I'd back the guy the whole way, Peach. I really
Let,
would. At the end of the day,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. You own a pub, a very successful pub in Dartford, right? You
thank
own
you.
the Bull. If people don't know, this man right there owns the most successful pub in Dartford, and it's called the Bull. If you don't know about it, now you do. And it's by the biggest one of the biggest malls like in the world, like by the high tech transit like train line and thing. But it's
It
like,
is.
yo, it's like my point is this. My point is this. My point is this. It's like you own a pub, right? So you know how to run two things in that pub: food, beverages, staff, everything.
Yep.
So basically, that's what RicE does. Like RicE, he runs his game at West Ham, but then you got me in the mix. You got me coming in the mix. Who can't run a pub? I don't know about staff. I don't know about food. I know how to drink beverages, but I don't know how to sell them. No, you get what I'm
By the
saying?
way,
So that's like
yeah.
cheers. But it's like that's like basically I'm Yarmolenko and you're Rice. How are how am I getting paid more money than you when I don't know what I'm fucking doing? You get what I'm saying?
because because when Yarmolenko came in, mate, he was offered the money he was on. Let's be honest, he's not signed a contract extension. He's not been given a pay rise, Yarmolenko, in the whole time he's been there. So when he arrived, he was offered
Yep,
that wage. And let's be
yep,
fair, Declan was still a fledgling international for Ireland at this point. He
yep,
wasn't he wasn't the player that he is now. So he
yep,
was offered a lower wage,
yep.
which he took. But I think what the club need to be looking at now, Peach, is the fact that he's no longer that young player that's got a hell of a lot to learn to become a great player.
He's
He's
one of the
actually a
best in the
great
world.
player. He's
Yeah,
currently a great player with a little bit more to learn to become an icon, a world superstar. Now it looks like to me, I wouldn't say he's pushing for a move. I think his agent has probably got in his ear and whispered a few things. You know,
100.
um, I think what we need to wait is for another, I think 5 or 6 days until he gets back to training.
Yeah.
and I think it is. I think it's next week that he gets back to training, or the week after. And Mark Noble gets a hold of him.
Yes.
Mark Noble gets a hold of
100.
him and has a conversation with him, because at the end of the day, Nobes knows that although he's club captain, the captain of that side on that pitch is Declan Rice. And
Yep.
Declan Rice will also know this. Now, I think what we've got to look at is we've got to wait. We've got to wait and see until Declan Rice, until the words, Peach, until the words, I want to leave West Ham, I won't play for West Ham anymore, here's
Then
my
that's it.
transfer request. Until I hear those come out of Declan Rice's mouth,
No.
this
No.
is all speculation.
Yeah.
So right
It,
now,
yeah.
Declan Rice is a West Ham player. Right now, Declan Rice has 3 years left on his contract. Right now, Declan Rice is going nowhere. Now, your title for the video is Rice is priceless. Now,
Yes.
everyone has a price. Everyone has a price. Now,
Agreed.
the price that Chelsea value him at, with regards to what they think they can get him for, is £60 million. Now, over the next 3 years,
Yes.
Declan Rice can earn this club as part of a starting 11, as part of a squad over the course of a season. Declan Rice can earn this club that and then some in
Mega
positional
money.
finishes in the positional
Mega
finishes
money,
in the
dude.
Premier League.
Mega
Okay,
money.
what
Yep.
did we earn where we finished this year, Peach, in sixth? Was it something like 22 million
Yep.
for finishing sixth? So if we finish sixth for the next 3 years, okay, with Declan Rice in our squad
Yep.
before his contract finishes, that's £66 million that we're earning just from having Declan Rice at the club. Now,
Yep.
we may go on, and that's just the league, Pete. So that's without taking into consideration where we finish in the FA Cup, the League Cup, if we finish well in the Europa League. Declan Rice, over the course of the next 3 years to West Ham, could be worth upwards of £100 million. Hence the reason Declan Rice has £100 million price tag on his head, because that is what he is worth to West Ham over the next 3 years of his contract. Now,
Easy.
I
Yep.
I met young Jake at my pub yesterday. Young Jake, Jake
He
Cox,
came
West
through?
Ham
No, he
official.
didn't.
He came.
No, he
He came
didn't.
to my pub yesterday. He did. Him
What?
and Mama Cox and Papa Cox came to the
What?
pub yesterday on their way
What?
home from holiday, and we had a quick chat. And I said to both of them,
I
um,
love that, Duke. I love that. Did Jake get to meet Logan? Did Jake get to meet Logan?
no, Logan was too busy
Ah,
upstairs, but Andy Miles came down. He was
wicked,
here with me as well.
wicked,
So
wicked,
um,
wicked.
as I said to those guys, what we need to stop doing, Peach, and you'll notice that it happened with where am I going? I'm going to come back this way. You'll notice that it happened with Jared Bowen. Like you said in your video, Liverpool have come in, they've offered,
Yeah,
we've turned around and said it's not for sale, but £30 million might do it. We need to stop with that shit. We need to
yeah,
stop with the
yeah.
player's not for sale, but if you offer us X amount of money, we might consider it. Listen, is Declan Rice for sale at West Ham? I can guarantee you that David Moyes has said no, piss off. Okay, David Moyes has said no, piss off, go away. He's not for sale. So then, Declan Rice has turned around and told Gold and Sullivan that I want to leave. I'm not saying this is the case. What I'm saying is
No,
this is
no,
how
no,
it would
no.
go.
Right, go
Okay.
on. Yep, yep, yep.
Sullivan's gone back to Moyes and said, look, Declan Rice wants to be sold. And Moyes has gone, listen, no, I've said it once already. It's not happening.
Yep.
So then Sullivan and Gold go back to Declan Rice and go, right, listen, David Moyes would rather let you go for a free in 3 years' time
Yeah.
than let you go right now. Because at the end of the day, Declan Rice will earn us £100 million in
Easy.
positional finishes, cup runs, etc., in the next
Yeah.
3 years. So, but what we need to stop doing, Peach, is 6 months ago we came out and we said, "Oh, Declan Rice will cost the club £100 million." You know, it was
Yes.
announced on TalkSport £100 million for Declan Rice. Now,
Yep.
if we turn around and say Declan Rice isn't for sale, then these clubs have got to pluck a figure out of thin air. Okay?
Yeah,
But we've
yeah,
turned around
yeah,
and gone, Declan Rice, we don't want to sell Declan Rice. Declan Rice is an integral part of our club. We don't want to sell Declan Rice. But if you gave us £100 million, we'd consider the offer. Listen, forget the bloody money. Forget putting a target on
yes,
his back. You know, Jared
yes,
Bowen, Liverpool have said we want Jared Bowen. Well, he's not for
yes.
sale. If you offer, we might be interested in a deal for about 30 million quid. My concern is that our owners have no money. My concern is that our owners are playing yourself, me, and every other West Ham fan for a chump, as they have done for
Yeah.
the last what 11 years now.
Oh, too long.
So, listen, as my concern is that Declan Rice wants to leave because we haven't promised him signings. Now, we're currently sitting on waiting for Lingard to go, yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, right? Ask the question, are Man United willing to sell Jesse Lingard? If they're not willing to sell Jesse Lingard, move
Then
the
why are
fuck
we willing
on.
to sell Declan Rice? Word up.
No,
Yes,
not even that. Move the fuck on, pitch. If they're not willing to sell him,
yes.
find your next player that you want to sign. If that's
Pereira.
Pereira, Brom,
Yeah,
go to West Brom and say, we're interested in selling Pereira. How much would
yeah,
you sell him for? If they go 18 million quid, we go, great. You still owe us 10 for Garner. Here's
boom,
8 million quid. Let's call it a deal.
boom.
Right, Pereira then signs and Declan Rice is placated because we've got a great young player.
Yes,
Okay? We're already missing a trick. We've already missed out on Patson Daka. He's joined Leicester for
yeah.
25 million quid. We've already missed out on Ryan Bertrand. He's joined Leicester City on a free.
Do you know who's come up back in the mix, Duke? Is Sema. He's come. The
Mate,
stories about him again.
right. Then go do something about it. Let's go to
Yes,
Prague and say, look, are you willing to sell? Yes, great. How much? 30
yeah,
million quid. All right, look,
yeah,
we'll give
yeah,
you 15 up front, and if he scores 20 goals a season for the next 3 years,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
another 15 million quid.
yeah,
It
yeah,
costs us 20 million quid, right? Then let's do that. What we need
yeah.
to do, good evening, Kieran. What we need to
Big
do
up
is
here.
we need to make sure that we are doing everything in our power to keep Declan Rice. If he wants to leave because we're not signing players, if he wants to leave because we're
Absolutely.
not strengthening, and we don't go and strengthen, then he has every right to want to leave.
If
Every
if if
right.
if if these owners can't see like what we've been through with like the Foes, the Lampards, the Joe Coles, the Glenn Johnsons, all of them, if they can't see that like we're basically a farmer club for like other English Premier League teams, we need to hold on to what's our own. And
Yes.
we can't sell them to Leeds. We can't sell them to Man United. We have to hold on to what's our own. Like, yeah, people were vexed and mad up that we got rid of Ngake. Is that what that was his name?
And Gaki,
Ngake.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Diangana, and it's like we can't run those things anymore, man. And it's like you saw one thing in the World Cup, a Duke. It was Jesse Lingard went into like a restaurant establishment, and he had the England shirt on, Rice on the back, and a parrot on his shoulder. Now, is he tapping up Declan Rice to like go to Man United, or is he saying
I wouldn't
basically
be
I'm
surprised.
going to come back to West Ham, but only if you keep Declan Rice, because he said he's not interested in any swap deal at all. If he goes back to West Ham, he wants Rice there,
Rice wants Lingard at West Ham, and
big
this
time.
could be the whole problem. If
Yeah,
listen, but I think what needs to be done is Moyes needs to sit down with Lingard with Rice, and he will in the coming weeks. He will sit down with Declan Rice and say, "Listen, kid, he doesn't want to join. I don't think Jesse Lingard wants to come back to West Ham. He's been offered these promises at United, and what I think could be the case is that." he will stay at United for the next 6 months,
I don't think so.
and
I don't think so.
you know,
Nope. I think he wants to come back to West Ham. And I think that the reason why Moyes held out so long in his contract talks was because he wanted to make sure that he'd have people like RicE and Lingard on the cards. I might be fully wrong, but I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. Um, you can see what he's doing with the youngsters. We don't have Declan Rice or Thomas Suchek in the squad right now. And Connor Coventry is holding it down like a boss.
Connor Coventry looks absolutely
And
outstanding.
yes, sir.
Absolutely outstanding. I'll
Yes,
tell you
sir.
what, Peach, I'll quickly go back to what you said about Ngakia and about Diangana. I think we've been proved right with both of those players. I think we've
Yep.
been proved right by both of them. You know,
Yep.
Ngakia went to Watford, and what did he do at Watford last season? Absolutely
Bugger
jacked
off.
it up. You know,
Nothing. Yep.
Diangana went to West Brom, and they really struggled, Peach. He really struggled. He
He
really
did.
struggled. So, you know what? 18 million seems like a good bit of business. Right
Yep.
now, £18 million for Grady Diangana looks a fantastic piece of business. Now, if we can get, if we can get, um,
Yep.
if we can get Pereira for around that kind of money, 18 to 20 million quid. If we can
Yep.
get Sam Johnson for, 12 that's being touted, listen, we need to do this. We need to do these deals. And I get it's going to take I know it's going to take a bit of doing. It's going to take a chunk of change out of our transfer kitty, if you will.
Yep. 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 Yep.
If
Yep.
we
Yep.
have
Yep.
one, if we have one, I can see us doing loans to buy for the next 2 or 3 years. I can see us doing loans to buy for the next 2 or 3 years. And my only concern with that, Peach, is
Yep.
that just shows me that the cupboard's bare.
Yeah, but I do not disagree with you one iota. I do not disagree with you one iota. Like real talk. I do not disagree with you one iota. But hold on, I'm trying to get John's comment up. I do not disagree with you one iota. But I think like the reason, like one thing I respect is the fact that like Moises keep well, I think it was stipulated in the contract that Moyes, Sullivan, and the other man them they have to keep their trap shut. And it's a weird situation for us because normally everything gets leaked. Now it's not getting leaked, so now we're like scratching our heads like, what's going on? Um, I think that's a good thing, but I think it keeps us all guessing. I think it keeps us all guessing, and
I,
I
yeah,
I
I know.
I,
You know
I
what, Pete? I think you're
what's up?
right there, and we don't like it. We don't like
No,
it. We don't like the fact that
absolutely,
we're at, like, with the
yes.
leaks, we kind of had some kind of inclination as to what was going on. Right now, we've got none of that. Moyes has
We
tied
got
that
no
shit
idea.
down. So, yeah, you might have a
We got
point.
no idea.
I mean,
It's
Kieran there's spot on, and that's the worry.
any yeah. Shot what was it? Was it short last season? And now we are already players less than that. It's scary, and it is scary. It is scary. But before we were being told what was happening, it was telegraphed. Like, remember that boy from Fulham that took the penalty, Lookman. That
Look,
was
man,
like that was telegraphed, and it's like we're not getting anything telegraphed, and it's like this is weird for us because normally everything's telegraphed. But like I think Moyes must have like there was a time where it took quite a bit of time for Moyes to sign a new contract, and I think he wanted stipulations in that contract. And I think one of them was RicE, and I think one of them was Lingard. I hope we get the both of them. I hope we get Pereira as well. Goalkeeper isn't a big necessity for me. I think we could visit January for a goalkeeper. On if I'm talking honest with you. But
No,
maybe
no.
Fabianski needs something like he needs that fire in his belly to like
You
an
know what, Pete?
areola. Sam
It's not
Johnstone for like
Fabianski.
11 million, Duke. Sam Johnston for 11
Yeah,
million.
but
That's a bargain.
listen, you cannot expect evening cattle, morning cattle, one or two. Listen, you cannot expect Fabianski to play. You know, the Premier League games he's going to have to next season. The FA Cup games he's going to
Agree.
have to play
Agree.
next season, and you can't
Agree.
expect him to play the League Cup and the Europa League. So we need another goalkeeper coming in. Now, my worry is the fact that the Areola talk has gone quiet. Nothing's come from that.
But if we could get Areola on loan, that would be mad. And that would be like wicked mad, like amazing mad. But like, let me show you, like, you
That'd
know
be
when
one
he
of the
played.
biggest signings we could do, Pete. If we
Oh,
can get
big time,
Areola on
big
loan,
time, big
that'll be
time,
huge.
big time. But did you see like the other day? You know what I noticed about Darren Randolph? And what I don't notice about Fabianski, like Fabianski is a wicked shot stopper, between the sticks, he's amazing.
Hmm.
But his distribution is a bit like an 80-year-old like granny going out to the grocery store. Like it's not too quick. And what I noticed about Randolph the other day, when he got the ball, saved it, bang, it was right back in play. And I think he's improved his game on that. I know David Martin came on, and I love seeing David Martin in the squad just for like West Ham reasons. But I really did like Fabianski's distribution. But you get a player like Areola, you're getting the same shot stopper, if not better than Fabianski, and the distribution.
Yeah, yeah. And listen. I'm conscious of the time, and I'm conscious of what time I've got to be up for work in the morning. Um, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up, Pete, because
No,
it's half past
no,
one.
that's good. That's good.
It's half past one in the morning
I
here, so I am a bit
got
knackered.
tons to say. I got tons to say, man. I got tons to say, man. Honestly, like, thank you so much for coming on. I got tons
No,
to say,
listen,
man. Honestly,
we
like,
need to do we need to do so much more. As Carl's just said there, Randolph has this decent distribution when he can kick, but he has the hip of an 8-year-old. And you know what? All of our goalkeepers right now, for me, are
yep,
not consistent Premiership quality that you should expect from a goalkeeper for a club that finished in the top six last season.
yeah,
Fabianski was picking up too many
yeah,
injuries in the build up to games, in the
yeah.
warm ups. As Carl's just said there, the hit on Randolph bothers him more often than not. David Martin was signed as a training
Training
ground goalkeeper.
groundkeeper, winning.
Wasn't even expected to be in
Yeah.
the starting lineup for any of the games. So
But that game against
goalkeepers are
Chelsea,
a
though, wasn't
problem.
that beautiful?
Oh,
That game against Chelsea,
listen. If
though, that
that's
was
the only
must-win
game he
game.
plays for us, if that's the only game he plays for us, then
I'm
I'm going to
happy.
hold him. I'm going to keep him here, Pete. If that's where it is, I'm going to keep him
That's
here
what
in
I'm
my
talking
heart.
about.
You
That
know,
made my
but we
day.
need we need to improve our goalkeeper position. We need to improve the defenders that we've got because I'm telling you now, we will not finish in the top six again or even in the top 10 next season if we don't improve our back line. I'm not
I'm
worried about our midfield if we keep getting right. So I'm not worried about our forward line if we can sign a striker. But our defenders and our goalkeepers are what concern me massively.
I'm gonna ask you again because I already asked you this once before. I'm gonna ask you again. Diop gone or Diop
No.
here?
Pete, we can't afford to sell anyone else right now.
No, I know,
We cannot. We cannot afford to sell anyone else. Listen, if we bring in another 7 or 8 players and they're all poxy defenders, then yes, great, let Dion go. But right now, we cannot afford to
You're right.
sell
You're right.
anyone.
You're right.
We
You're right.
need,
You're right.
right now, we need at least another 5. Right now, with the squad we've got, without letting anyone else go, we need at least another 5, maybe
Okay, but
even 6.
what about Baptista? What about Elise? What about Langelo, Ashby? What
League
like
Cup, League Cup, and FA Cup early rounds at best for those Pete's right now. I was watching the under 23s with Gatesy on Saturday
yeah,
at Ebbsfleet Town, a conference side, a non-league side, Peach,
yeah,
and we
right.
lost. We lost 2-1, and Elise played, Longello played,
Who's that
Ash,
against? Who's that against?
Ebbsfleet United, Peach.
Oh
They're a
my
non-league
days.
side.
Are you
So
playing?
when you have Holland playing, Elise
Wow.
playing, Odebeku playing, Ashby playing, the Hungarian goalkeeper Krishik
Oh,
Dehayegi or whatever his name is, he was playing.
what
Um,
about Forson though? Forson is like he came out of nowhere like Luke
Holcomb, yeah, he
Skywalker,
did.
dog.
Holcomb flexed
He
them
looks
off the bench
magic.
and looked like nothing. On a tour, the guy that he played didn't do fuck all. And if I'm honest with you, Pete, like Cal's just said there, as good as they look at times, they're
Yeah.
Div 2, and we can't be relying on them. Connor Coventry is the only guy coming out of that squad right now, out of that developmental squad right now, that will be able to make the first team next season. Ashby,
No. I'd put Baptiste in the mix. I'd put Baptiste in the mix.
Pete,
He's a
Pete, I
beast, man.
watched it. Pete, I watched them live. I watched them live against a bunch of
And
aging.
what was your takeaway? What was your takeaway from that?
I wouldn't have given any of our players more than a 6. Our best player on the pitch for the entire game was
Hell,
our first
man.
half was our first half goalkeeper. Now my concern is, Peter, and I'm going to leave it on this. This will be my last thing to say.
Oh, go on.
Is as a club, as a first team, we play a 4-2-3-1,
Yep.
defending with counter-attack football. That's how we play. 30%, 40% possession. We'll hit you on the break and we'll beat you 1 or 2-0, right? That's how we
Yeah.
play. That's how we've always played. Under
Yep.
Moyes, that's it. I went to watch the under 23s and they played 4-3-3 attacking.
Yep.
And I sat there and I went against the game. I don't understand why we don't play the same formation and the same style of football throughout the club, like Arsenal did with Wenger. When Wenger
Yep.
joined Arsenal, they played
Yep.
one way, one formation, one set of tactics, one way. That was how, from top to bottom of that club, from first team
Yep.
to in the club, from
Yep.
first team to youth team, they played one way, one set of tactics, and that was it. That was what Wenger put in place. And the
Yep.
players that came through, once they stepped foot into the first team, didn't look out of place because they trained and played the one way.
Yep.
The one way. And we aren't doing that. We aren't doing that. We aren't
100, man.
training and playing the one way. You know, Ashley could step up in.
You don't think, hold on, dude, you don't think we can switch it up? Like,
No,
cause like,
no.
I
We
remember
proved
last
that last
season.
season, Pete. We couldn't do it.
I know, but Brethren, I remember last season, man, I remember like, oh, I don't want three at the back. I don't want three at the back. And now they're all like, oh, I want three at the back. I want three at the
Yes,
back.
but we
And it's
played.
like,
Listen, same different formation, Pete. Different formation, but the tactics and the layout is
it's
exactly
the
the same.
same. It's spot on. Yeah.
And we can't play any other way. We can't play attacking football because it doesn't suit us with the tactics that we set out with. So unless we start to do that throughout the entire club from top to bottom, we
Word
are
up,
going
go
to
on.
struggle. We are going to struggle. Kieran says it there. If we go into the season trying to rely on the youngsters that we've got at the club, it's got disaster written all over it, and it has. It's got disaster written all over it because there is not one in the under 23 squad that I watched that included Nathan Holland. You know, this guy that everyone's raved about
I know, but
will play
Nathan
food.
Holland, he's lightweight, dog. He's
Mate,
lightweight.
he
Like,
wouldn't even make a League One team right now.
that's
He'd
what I'm saying.
struggle
He's
to make the
lightweight,
top half
dog.
of the league in League One.
It's like that
Um,
Haskavanovich guy we had. He was supposed to be the Dogs,
I
you know,
thought he was
Pollock in this
superb, but he
league,
just wasn't
you
going to
know.
make it.
He didn't. Straight up. 100, man. 100, man. Like,
It's a
Oh
shame because
man.
we've had such a good season. We've had such a good season. And yeah, Cal, you're right. He won't. I know. I said that
I
on
think we're
Saturday.
gonna have a better season still, man. Straight up. I think we're gonna have a better
I
season
don't
this year
think,
still. I
unless
really
we go
do.
out and we improve, unless we go out and improve, and I don't just mean
100,
buying
100,
players to pad the squad. I
100,
don't mean
100.
going out and getting. Listen, if we go out and buy Ross Barkley, does he walk into our first team? No, he
I don't
doesn't.
want Ross Barkley,
No,
dog.
he
I don't
doesn't.
want Ross Barkley, dog.
It's not a case of whether we want him, Pete. If they want him, they're going to go get him. What I'm saying
I
is,
don't
he
want
doesn't
him,
walk
man.
into our team. All good, Charlie. Thank you, buddy. It's good to see you.
Oh, big up
We need
Charlie
to buy
Watts.
players.
I just need a top lad. Hope y'all good. Got this on while I work tonight. Yo, where you working tonight, dog? What are you dealing with? It's like midnight things, dog. Where you working at? You working at like some strip club, dog? Like taking care of the gal them? Taking care of the gal them? Say, well, yo, what are you dealing with, Charlie?
Simping
Oh
ain't
my goodness.
easy. So,
Yo,
Pete, I'm going
yo,
to turn it in, buddy. I am
no, no,
absolutely
it's good.
shattered.
Yo, listen, I am like, it's a pleasure. Straight up, like, man, don't understand. Like, I live in Canada, dog, and like, y'all are my, compadres, compatriots, like, y'all are my people, man, and it's like, yo, I love talking with y'all, man. And if it's like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, I don't business, man. Like, yo, I love it, man. I love it. Like, yo,
Listen, it's
I,
been my
I take
pleasure.
what I
When you
get,
messaged
dog.
me
I take what I
earlier,
get.
when you messaged me earlier, mate, it you know you want me to come on. As I said to you earlier, I will always make time where I can. If it meant I had to
You
work my
always
break
come through, dog.
to come on there, and if you know, so um, I will always try and make time for you. And like I said to you before I came on earlier, I've just finished the best part of a 14-hour day. But I'm going to give you something, and I've come on. So it's I've got a lot of time for you, Peter. I love you to pieces. You're a great guy. Everyone
Could
in the
I, could
chat,
I,
thanks for joining us.
could I give you like two, what is it? How many syllables? No, okay. I got 4 syllables for you, dog. Big up Logan. How you mean? And show him this, man. Yo, Logan, that's my Wolverine, dog. That is my you're my John Wayne, and Logan's my Wolverine, dog. You don't know. How you mean, man?
I
Straight
will
up,
let him
man.
know in the morning. I will let him know
Please
in the
do.
morning.
Please do, man. Please do,
All the
man. You
time
have
in
a
the world
lovely
for you,
evening,
Pete.
yeah?
No worries. Everyone that came in the chat, thank you. Cal, I'll speak to you tomorrow. I need to.
You gotta say hello to this man still though. You gotta say hello to this man still. Straight
Yeah.
up, man. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Charlie from Brooklyn. Charlie boy's in the building.
What's
Hey,
going on,
Charlie.
fellas? Hey, Duke.
How you doing, my friend?
All right, buddy. I seen you in that Red Sox. I seen you in the Red Sox jersey.
Love the Boston Red Sox, dog. How you mean? How you mean?
Love the Red Sox. I'll tell you what, just quickly then, Charlie, what happened last night?
What's that? What happened? What?
With the, what happened with the 4 wild pitches and the Red Sox walk off? What in God's name happened there to your boys?
Oh no, not my boys. Oh, what you think? You think I like the Yankees?
Well, I thought maybe you might. Who do you support?
I support the team that is originally from Brooklyn, the
Brooklyn
Dodgers.
Dodgers,
The
dog. How you mean?
Dodgers.
Yeah,
He's a
just
Dodgers boy.
yeah. The Yankees are from the Bronx. I ain't from the Bronx.
Nah,
Fair
man.
play.
Brooklyn
Fair play.
Dodgers, dog. How you
I
mean, man? Dodgers,
apologise.
Red Sox,
I
and
hold my
Brooklyn
hands up.
Dodgers
I
are gang
apologise.
them things,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. I don't. I fucking hate the Yankees. So,
That
Word
makes
up.
2 of us. It's all good. It's all good. It makes 2
I
of us.
love that.
but Boston is still our rival though, but on like a city thing, not really sports things. This is like something about Boston. They kind of get on my nerves a little bit. I don't know. To be
That's
honest,
because it's a championship winning. That's because it's a championship winning city. That's what it is.
this is
You know,
true.
the only thing we really need to get our hands on is the Stanley Cup and the NBA championship, and we'll make it a quick clean sweep.
Hey, Duke, you see this? Charlie
I
Wall.
saw it.
Duke
Joe
is a
Walsh.
don to be
Listen,
frank.
that man is one of the reasons I do this. Is because
He is
I
a
watch a
G
lot of his stuff
and
and
a
it's good.
business. Yo, I want to talk some food. Charlie, come on, man. If you don't got the link, tell me. Because like I said, it was weird, Duke. We had a show the other week, right? And like I sent who was it? Charlie Boy and Charlie Walsh the link. And then they didn't get it. Like the email didn't go through till like 5 minutes after the broadcast. And I felt like shit, dog. So I double checked that I definitely sent the link to like Walsh and Boy there. So like, yo, man, them should come up and say two things still, man. We already got one in the building, two in the building, three in the
You need to
building.
get the other boy.
Lean in the building, dog. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How was your day today at work? Like, was it busy, packed up?
It was busy enough. We've had a really good week since all the restrictions have been lifted. So we've had a lot of the older faces that were staying away because they didn't want to check in or they didn't want to do the test and trace. So it's yeah, it's been a good. It was a bit quiet today. I've got a feeling tomorrow could be a bit different, being the weekend and everything that comes with that. But we're ready for it. I've got a good team down there. We're ready to go. I just need to get me some sleep.
So no, I agree with that. But like, yo, you had like Jake and Mama Cox and Rich and that like come up because they're in Clacton. Is it Clacton by sea or Clacton on sea? It's Clacton by sea,
Uh,
isn't it?
I think it's on. I think it's on sea.
On sea.
Um, but that's about an hour and 10 minute drive from where we are. But I spoke to Richard before they went away, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
messaged me he was going to surprise Jake
Oh,
and
that's
bring him
wicked,
down this
man.
way on the way home. So yeah, they popped in. I had Milesy coming. We had a few beers together.
That's
We
wicked, man.
we shot the shit and we had a good old chat, and it was nice. It was good.
Like after like my mom and dad like they were East London through and through like Wood Lane and like Raynham Road and thing, yeah. And it's like after they like moved from there, they moved to Colchester, and they always used to go by like Clacton on Sea, just like to chill out, have some good seafood. Like, oh, it's magic. But the
It's a
funny thing
lovely
is,
place. It is.
no, but the funny thing is, Doc, you got man to man like young Jake and his mother and father coming to check you. Where's Frankel, Doc? Where's Frankel at, Doc?
He was
Where's come to
busy.
check you, Doc?
He was busy. He had the invite and he was busy. I don't hold
No,
him against it.
I know. You know
Bless
what?
him.
He's all heart. He's all heart, and if he
He's a
could, he
great guy.
would. But he's brilliant, man. But it like, he's
When
running
I
around
come
like a
across,
blue ass
it's
fly.
definitely stopping at the border. It ain't no, oh, I couldn't make it. I was busy.
Yeah.
I was my auntie. Oh, my cousin had to get. Nah, we coming. I'm coming in. Dude, hey,
You
you got
come
to
on
keep me
over
up. They're
and
like,
I'll
get
make
this
sure we
fucking
have
guy
a few
out of here. They're
drinks.
gonna be like, get this fucking loud ass guy out of here. What is he talking about?
Never. Never.
The patrons are gonna be like, there's some geezer in there from Brooklyn. He's going nuts. He's talking crazy.
Well, you'll fit in
Go
around here. You'll
on,
be
my
fine.
G. Go on, my G. Trust me. Yo.
Gentlemen,
Oh
I'm going
my
to love you and
God.
leave you. It's been good to see you both, and I'll speak to you on another day. Yeah.
All right, Duke, take it easy, brother.
Always.
Take
I
care,
got you,
boys.
man. Always.
See you soon.
Always,
And Pete,
man.
do me a favour.
What's up?
If you've got this man's phone number, this man, where is he? This side. If you've got this man's number, make sure you give him my number. We'll drop some text
100.
message. We'll get you on my show.
100, man. He's a legend, man. This boy's a legend, dog. So are you too, dog. And Charlie Ross and Cartel and all the man Kieran, everybody, dog. No, legend things, dog. How do you mean?
Look after yourself, gents, and I'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely,
Yes,
take it
sir.
easy.
Love you,
Take
homeboy.
care.
Yes,
Take
sir.
it easy, boys.
So Charlie's in the building. Charlie's in the building, dancing from the basement to the ceiling. Charlie's in the building. What are you
That's
saying, my G? Yo,
shit.
that Azabuco thing, dog. That Azabuco thing. Yo, so
That's
the
my new
reduction,
name. What I'm gonna go by, Charlie
Dunno,
Asabuco. You heard?
Dunno, Dunno. But like, yo, the sauce that you put on it, like when my dad does it up, he puts like some red wine reduction. Like, it's a bit sweet. It's a bit nice. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
no, you know what? No,
how did
that's
your
the
mom?
same
How
thing.
did your
No,
mom do the sauce, dog?
it's the same thing. You know what it is? You take the veal shank or something. You
Yep.
could do a pork shank, but it's usually veal, right?
No,
But
always veal, dog. Always veal, dog.
yeah,
Always
you know,
veal.
some people are fucking weird, but we do the veal. So you boom boom hit it up in the fucking bread. You know what I mean? You got the olive oil. You got the olive oil cooking in the little pot. You throw in the little garlic and all that. Bam. And you throw your shank. Oh no, wait, no, wait. You throw the shanks in, bing, in the oil. Toast them up and get them
Yo,
brown. Then you add the garlic, the carrots, you know what I mean, those bits, the onions, you know what I mean, whatever you want to put. You cook and you put a little bit of tomato paste, or you put a little bit
yes,
of like a tomatoes,
yes,
right? And
yes,
after that Joan cooks down, this is where the wine comes in. See, the wine comes
yes.
in to
Red wine,
deglaze.
dog.
It's to
Trust me.
deglaze. It picks up
Yes.
all the good bits from the bottom, and then boom, and then you cook it a little bit more. Then you throw it in the oven about an hour 30, get dirty, bam. The next thing you know,
It's like fall off the bone type things when you eat it, dog. Like you don't even need a fork. You can use a butter knife, and it's just like, yo, it just falls off, dog. Like, yo, that is a meal, man.
absolutely.
That is a meal for real, man.
Yo, you know how to switch it up on them. I had Leone's again. That's the picture right there in the thing. I'm doing a promotion for my people. You see what I'm
Big
saying?
up Leone's, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go to another joint, but so when I get there, Bing, it's like they close at 7. I forgot. I was like, oh, well, you gotta let me in. You gotta let me in. I'm like 10 minutes late. I'm like, it's Chicho, man. You gotta let me in.
Wilma!
And listen, hey, anybody, if you're listening, look up online. Leone's the menu. The whole joint is like famous people's names. You know, Danny Iola. You know what I mean? Joe Torre. You know what I got? I got this joint called the Doo-Wopper sandwich. Ooh, we call them heroes.
So no, don't know about like with a prosciutto in it and all them things.
Yeah.
Don't know. I got you. The prosciutto things and the hero things.
Yeah, it's got I got the one, the prosciutto, the palm with the cabaco, with the fucking the fresh moots.
And you have that on like what they call it ciabatta bread.
Nah, I have it on. I have it on like a plain. They got a whole bunch of different ones. I have it on just a plain, whatever he's got. I think it's like a Seminole, whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh, word up. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's like my go-to.
Yo, I'm showing you, man. That's like that's the flex right there. Cause like you could have that like in a 5-star restaurant, just like with like mash. You know what I mean? Like you have the azabuco just with some mash and then the gravy up on it. And then you could like switch it when you like put it up in the bread. And it's like normally like when we have it dark, we'll have like the 5-star like restaurant dining things like first. Like so it's like, yo, you got the azabuco with the mash and the gravy and all them things. Maybe like, I don't know, some greens or whatever, runner beans or whatever have you, yeah? And then it's like, no, spinach most times still, man. But it's like, yo, then the next day, that's when you put it up in the bread. And it's like, yo, it's like when you got a Sunday roast and you got the Yorkshire puddings, but then the next day you get them Yorkshire puddings and you put jam on them and just like yam them like, yo.
So this like a deli too, right? This like a deli too. They got the meats hanging from the ceiling. You know what I mean? They got the whole. You gotta look at it. You gotta check it out, man. It's a real deal official spot. You know what I'm saying? And they close at 7. They close at 7 p.m. So they doing numbers. You heard? If you close at 7, If you close at 7, because they got to get home and watch the lottery. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but that's like the pie mass places like up in London, dog. They close at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It's like if you ain't like on time, you ain't getting no pie mass, dog. Straight up, you ain't getting none of that. It's like, yo, they just like straight up close at 7, no, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, like
Yeah, I
done.
felt bad. They was
Straight up,
closing
man.
up. I'm banging. Hey, you gotta let me in. What do you mean? I'm Charlie down the block, baby. You gotta let me get a hero real quick. You know. So what I did was I got the doo-wopper, so I didn't have to get nothing hot. They didn't have to heat. They didn't have to heat up no machines or nothing. You know, I just got a little, a little something put together real nice.
You remember that DJ Do-Up? You remember DJ Do-Up, dog? He used to spin all the nice, lovely jams, like, cause with your boy, how do you say his name again? Lyrical what?
Lyrical links.
Yes, with the K to the Z, yeah?
Yeah.
Yo, bad man things. I ain't even playing with you. Bad man things, dog. But it's like, yo, man, it's like Do-Up used to always play those like summer joints. Like those special, remember, like, I know it's corny, but remember like when Will Smith came out with that summertime jam? I know it was corny, but man, the man were like jamming to them things, dog. Like,
Yo, the birds loved that back in the
breathe,
day.
like, yo, that was back in the day, dog.
Yeah.
And I remember like Doo-Wop spinning that, DJ Clue spinning that, and I was like, yo, and that's what your man there reminded me of, dog. And we said this on the last video, and I'm gonna say it again because I want to promote your boy because your boy's ill, and it's like it's on some like current trap beat, but it's like modern. And like when I told Charlie about this last time, he was like, "Yo, I normally don't like muck around with them young bucks." You get me? Like, but
Yeah.
yo, homeboy's putting it down solid, tidy, like real things, man, brand new things, man. Straight up, man. Like,
Yeah. Shouts out. He from Queens. Shouts out Queens. Fall Rock in the building.
don't know, man. How you mean, man? And the video's dope. The video was live up, man. Like, yo, homeboy's just putting 2 things down. Like, it's effortless, man. It's effortless, man. Like, yo, my days, man. You know what I heard, Doc? This gal that he used to check, she used to live in Chicago. And tell me what you know about this, because you're Italian, and this is some Italian thing, Doc. Charlie Walsh is gonna like get all like a fuzzy feeling inside right now, Doc, because like they do this like Italian sandwich in Chicago where it's like a roast beef sandwich.
Oh, where you dip it in the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
that's a Chicago. That's really a Chicago Italian American thing. That's they
yes.
That's their beat over there. Yeah, I fuck with Chicago heavy. That's my people out there. I love them. Yeah,
Yo,
they do that. Yo,
man.
it's like a French onion dip or something. A little.
That's what I'm saying. That's what like this girl Julie, who I was checking back in the day, man. She used to like she lived there, and her mom and then she moved to Toronto, and then like she used to go back check her mom and dad, and she used to come back with like a box full of these sandwiches, and they were they were so simple, but the nice tasting sandwiches in the world, dog. Like,
facts. Yeah,
I know in New
Chicago.
York,
Yeah, Chicago got that. Philadelphia
I
got
know in New York.
They got the Philly cheesesteak. We got the chopped cheese created in Harlem.
He knows all about them things, dog. How you mean? But like, in New York, dog, you got like the Seinfeld, like pastrami, deli, like sandwiches and thing, and like, those are like mind blowing still, like, you muck around with them.
What you mean, the pastrami Jones? Hey.
Yo, man, I love me some pastrami sandwiches.
Quick little story. Like, man. It's a little different from the UK and Ireland, right? Check this out. Like, boom, on St. Patty's Day, and in New York, they eat
March 17th, in it. March 17th.
Yeah, they eat the corned beef hash. That's not really known in Ireland, though.
Go there. No, you didn't just go there, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the history how that came about in New York. See, when the Irish people at first came over, well, not first, but like in the 1800s or whatever, the man them were hungry. So the Jewish brothers gave them that. So it just turned into a corned beef and hash. You know what I'm saying, on St. Patty's Day. But it was like Lincoln it was linking with the Jewish brothers because they was like helping out the mans was struggling, you know. So a little history. Because I seen a cat that is like, why they eat the corned beef hash? That's not even Irish or whatever. And I'm trying to like, yo, it's a different in America. How it broke down is a little different. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm showing you, dog. Like the corned beef hash, like when you do it properly, like you cook, like you fry that up on like one side and just get it like crispy and like nice up, man. And then just like spin it over, just let it like settle for a little bit, dog, and then take it out. But you got the one side that's like crispy, and then you get like an egg. What is it like over easy or sunny side up, whatever. Put some like black pepper salt on that. Bing bang box. On top of that, yo, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. I'm having that to the day of Iraq, dog. I ain't even playing with you, man. Shit is live up, man. Like I never knew that's how like it came to fruition though. Like with what you're saying though, that's interesting things, man.
Yeah, a little
Word up,
history,
man.
little Irish New York history right there.
So what you got Irish in you, dog?
Nah, no. Pops, my pops is from England. Mom's Italian.
Yeah, I know that. Don't know. And then
Yeah.
your mom's like Mrs. Italia.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Italia, dog. Like Mrs. Azabuco, dog. How do you mean that? Trust me, dog.
Yeah,
That's Mrs. Azabuco,
100%. Kahal, you 100% right.
Yo, people that ain't tried Azabuco, dog, they don't know what they're missing. It's like
shout out to Russ though, trying to pronounce it. That was beautiful.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
wasn't
and then the other day he pulled my joint up the other day. I was eating Leone's, right? So I said everybody was saying what they having. So I'm like, I'm eating Leone's. He started to read that joint and he was just kind of like, he probably was like, well, I don't know what that word at the end is. So he's just like, Charlie Boy's here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, you can't beat Azabuco, dog. It's like a mix between like it's veal, but it's like it tastes like a mix between like a steak and ribs, like baby back ribs. Like at the same time, it's just like, oh, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, man. Like we got this one Italian restaurant by where I live still, Charlie, and it's called Trattoria Il Timone. Am I saying it right? Trattoria Il Timone?
I don't know. I would have to see the word.
Word up. So, but I know it's like but I know it's like some big Italian thing like Trattoria Il Timone, and it's like, yo, brethren, they'll do you up like two like Azabucos there, dog. Mind blowing, and then they give you that like, okay, how do you say? See, I'm gonna say this wrong still. Prosciutto. Is it prosciutto or is it prosciutto?
Prosciutto.
It's prosciutto.
But they might say they might be like prosciutto.
Else.
But a real, you know what I mean? A real Guido might just shorten it up and everything and make it. He'd be like prosciutto.
Word up. That's like that's like them Portuguese man, them like you know how like they have like Nando's and things. It's like peri chicken and then chorizo sausage or whatever. They don't even say chorizo, dog. They just say chorizo. You know what I mean? Like just chorizo. Done. You ever had chorizo? Like chorizo sausage, dog? That shit is fire.
Yeah.
Fire,
The chorizo, the Mexican Jones.
No, well, it's more Portuguese still, but it's all from that same like way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the only sauces I ever had that said chorizo was like Mexican style.
Oh, like word up.
When you go to the Mexican joint, it'll be like, oh, chorizo this, chorizo that.
Yo, differently. When we stayed in like me and my ex-gal, we went to like Mexico, and you ever been to Mexico, dog?
Yeah, I've been to Mexico.
So like Cancun, yeah.
Now, what's the joint at the top?
Okay, so
Tijuana's at the top.
Hold on. It's blood fire. It's It's where I wanted to go, dog. Cause Cancun's like a recreation like thing for adults. But I know what you're talking about, dog. I
See,
know what you're talking.
we was litty.
No, not San Miguel.
We was lit in
Something like
Cali
that.
and was like, yo, let's go across the border. You know what I'm saying? We weren't even planning. We just went over there. It was a straight wreck. I'm lucky we made it back, probably.
Yo, no.
We was a mess. I wish I had footage of that night.
I believe that. But we were in some resort in Cancun, dog, and they had the chorizo like sausage thing. They cooked them on the barbecue, brethren. Yo, this shit was madness, man. It's like just enough spice, just enough flavor, like not too much fat, but just enough fat to like give it flavor. Brethren. And like we were staying opposite some place called Senor Frogs. And like Senor Frogs is where everybody went to get lick up. And like you go there, you get like a fishbowl of like a drink, dog. It was madness, dog. It was madness. By like 11 o'clock in the evening, gals are like, you know what I mean? So you just go in there like just after bunning a Zubian thing. Yo, you're pulling girls like on that Wicked Tuna TV show, dog. Straight up, man. I ain't even playing with you, man. I ain't even playing with you, man. So, yo, Declan Rice. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Hold on, let's see what people's are saying. Oh, Jesus put 15, 40 minutes. Me point out, but hold on. What's that? Oh, Jesus. Portuguese is about 15 to 20 minutes from me. I'm boring. What place but has good food things? Don't know. Kieran, my mother's from Portugal. What? Father from Templar More? I don't know where that is, dog. Gabby Gall, Cattle's talking shit. At Kieran Davini, you are not wrong. I live for it. Yo, we love our food talk, dog. I ain't even playing with you. Yo, you know what? There's a dope YouTube channel, man. It's called Rate My Takeaway, man, and it's some northern youth, man, and he goes to like different like restaurants and like just like has two things, man, and homeboy likes to eat. You can tell by the size of him, man. And it's like, yo, it's a boom show. If you ain't watched it, watch it still, man. Charlie, you've pro-lined so many times on shows H and AHTV, American Hammers Television, with the switch to Food Talk. Absolute genius. Yo, it's all about Food Talk, dog. I ain't even playing with you. Honored to have had a conversation about food with Charlie Walsh himself. Charlie Walsh is like, he's like the chef, the eater, the server, and like and the critique all at the same time, dog. Homeboy is a G. I'm so happy that my brand is so strong that when people talk about food, prefix with Charlie Walsh is going to get a warm fuzzy feeling from this word out. I said that, dog. What a time to be alive. No doubt, man. Oh God, yeah. Back before the motorway was even there, the back road to Calbridge, you would have to go through most towns to get to Kildare on the way. Word up, Dundee rate. My takeaway is decent.
Yeah, that's the name of that joint. Rate My Takeaway, the Fat Boy. Yo, that's my guy.
Danny
That's my
boy.
guy.
Danny
I like it.
boy. Danny boy.
Yeah,
That's his name, dog. Danny boy. He's a G, man.
He has a real nice energy, man. See if that was me,
yeah.
People be coming up to him and stuff. I'd be like, yo, my man, get out of my face. You see me eating right here. Can you get a picture? I'd be like, take a fucking walk. Take a picture. You see me eating my...
Yo, trust me, dog. That's like that.
Yo, they approach him in the middle of his show. Like he's trying to, like, can you wait till the man's finished? And he ain't going nowhere.
You hear what I'm saying, dog? It's like, yo, I'll be walking down, like, doing two video things, and man, I'm on the, like, beep, beep, beep. Gal, them on the, like, beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, shut up. This Danny boy, he's like, how you doing? Like, yo, like, he's so, like, yo, no, he's warm, man. He's warm, man. He's a G, man. Like, 100%, man. That man can eat. And yo, I seen this one thing that he put down today, dog, and it was like he went to this one place, and it was like it was like breakfast, like it was like breakfast burgers basically. So like this one, the first thing he had was like a breakfast burger with like a hash brown that you could tell it was crispy, like just when he bit into it, like you could tell it was crispy, man. And it had an egg that was like runny, like as soon as he bit into the egg, the yolk just started like pouring out, like how it should go. And oh, like a nice slap of meat. And then like the next sandwich he had was like two sausage patties with like the hash brown, the egg, and all the same things. But yo,
I love how we like, yo, let's talk about RicE, and then we go right back, right back to food. We love
How
food
did
so
that
much. We
happen?
talking about the next guy eating
How
food.
did that happen, dog? How did that happen? How did that happen? Yo, we were supposed to talk about RicE, and then
You read the
yeah,
comments, and he had the name of the show, so then I threw you off.
RicE is priceless. Yo, your potato salad. Yo. RicE is priceless with
But
potato salad.
our
I'll be
people do
eating
this
that.
every year for the last like 2 years. It's the same thing. The same July comes. We not
Word up.
signing anybody, and then this is the Roy's
Word up.
leader. Oh my God!
Word up.
And they freak out. They do this every July. It's like you don't know what team you support. You don't know what's going on.
Hey, Charlie,
Calm yourself.
Are we signing Lingard, dog? Are we signing Jesse, Messi, blood clot, Lingard, dog? Are we signing no matter what, dog?
I don't know. What can I say? I'm not in the know, and if I did know, I'm not an
Nobody's
informant.
in the
I'm not
know.
snitching.
Nobody's in the know, dog. Nobody. Like it's good because like nothing's getting leaked, but it's like frustrating because it's like, oh, tell me something.
Yo,
Like,
where I'm
tell
from,
me a
being
little
in the know
something.
would get you, you know what I'm saying, would get you in a situation. So I'm
Word
like,
up.
I'm the opposite. I'm like out of the know. I don't know. If
Word
I
up.
did know, I don't know.
Word
You know what
up.
I'm saying?
Word up.
And then you got,
Yo, go on.
I say you got them playing both sides of the fence. You know, they're trying to get the people riled up, then they trying to get the people happy. Listen, you play both sides of the fence where I'm from. That just means you getting shot twice. That's all that means.
Done no. Or you're getting run over, and then you're getting like they're going backwards on you in reverse. You know what I'm saying? And then again, like in forward. So no, I get what you're saying, Doc. I get what you're saying,
Like
man.
the same rumor. Like okay, yeah, he probably wants to go. We all know what it is. We're West Ham. He's got bigger dreams. We all know he likes Chelsea. Ba. But why is it every like the third week of July every year when we have a sign up? Here it comes. Here it comes. You know, like it's like, man, it's stressing me out. God damn.
But you know what, like you know what we've done from like and Cahill and Charlie Watson, all the man, and you yourself, Doc, you'll be able to relate to this. And Kieran, 100%. It's like we've always been that club that, like, yo, we have a good talent, and then, yo, we just let them go for next to nothing. And you saw that already this season with Felipe Anderson going for, like, bugger all. Yarmolenko's probably going to go for bugger all, man. Haller went for bugger all. But then all of a sudden, like, Jared Bowen comes out the blocks like Usain Bolt, and they're like, slap a 35 million quid, like, price tag on his back. And then Liverpool's like, whoa. I'd rather people being like, whoa, than like, oh, yeah, let's get him for free. You know what I mean? And we lose everything. Like, yeah, we save money on wages and that, but we need to hold on to these, like, we need to hold on to certain players like that. And Declan Rice is a must. And I want to bring Lingard back, man. I think Bowen is going to be phenomenal this season. Not Fabianski, what's his name? Fornals, I think he's going to be sublime.
Absolutely.
I think, word up, 100. And the boy that put on the weight, man. Who was that, man?
Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco. Yo, number 7. Done.
I'm talking about for us that Ben Rama put on some weight. It looks like
He did.
he's been eating Zuzus and Wham Whams.
Yo, and yo, trust me, man. Like, you got like Ben Lama, you got like Fornals, Lanzini. He looks a bit thicker as well, dog. Like he looks thick now, and he's like playing that defensive role. I love him in that defensive role, dog. Like, yo, I love that. I think like, cause like you play football, dog. So like how you go from like the attacking like positions to like midfield positions to like back line position things. You know what I mean? And it's like I think it's a proper a proper move for like Lanzini to be like middle of the park, line deep, like helping out RicE, helping out Suchek. Like he got I know he went through a bad injury, but I think he's over that, and that's one of the worst injuries in the world, the ruptured Achilles. Like
He'll
that's
be
one of
able
the
to
worst
he'll
in
be
the
able to
world.
maintain the ball a little bit in the midfield, better than
You get what I'm
Suchek,
saying?
and
Yeah,
RicE. You know what I mean? RicE ain't no bum or nothing, but you know what I mean. He's not no dribbling techers. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I know, but Brethren, like when you saw when RicE played for England, it was like he had shackles on like Kuta Kinte, dog. It's like he was only able to go this far and do this or do that. And it's like when he's at West Ham, he has a bit more freedom. And yo, you saw the man adapt to like how Southgate wanted to play him, and yo, he dealt with it. But when he comes back to play for West Ham, he's gonna be ill. I just like I think it's all hearsay to tell you the truth. Like with him, like saying no to this and no to that. Because
I
I don't
think you
think
know what I'll say. I'll say this.
what
I think
kill it.
100% on some business, June. He's going to end up going, right? Probably not now, but my thing is this. You don't know
What
if he's telling these people he want to leave right this second, he want to force out right now. He's
word up?
pushing a move, he's saying this, he's saying that. They don't know. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they don't.
This is an old saying. It says, those who know wouldn't say, and those who say wouldn't know. And that's 100% facts, man. Yo, I see these cats. They ain't got nothing to
You
say
get
right
me?
now because they're going to wait right to the last little bit. And then
You
when
get me?
something's happening, they'll be like, oh, see, I called it first. I called it
You
first.
get me?
If you don't get your fucking football snitching ass out of here,
Word up. And it's like, yo, you know what
like
they
the
say?
man's he could be
Yo,
negotiating a contract and you going to
word
put
up.
his business out there. That ain't good for the team or RicE. Either one.
Word 100, man. And it's like, you know what they say, dog? It's like basically what you said just now in that analogy. It's like, yo, those who teach can't do. Those who can do, don't teach. You know what I mean? It's like those who teach, they can't do it. But like those that can teach, they run two things, dog, because they just live in the moment and like put two things down. It's like real talk, man. I see Declan Rice being like a very integral part of what we're building, and I do not think Moyes would have like come back. Well, not come back for the third time, but sign an extension if he didn't have like his like man them on the squad that he's building, because he's finally being able to build his own squad. He was never able to do that before. He got adapted into a squad, or adopted into a squad, sorry, when he came in to fill in for Bilic. You know what I mean? And then he comes to fill in for Pellegrini. He got adopted into that squad. We've never seen a real Moyes squad. And yo, we
Hey,
finished
yo,
sixth with like
Kieran, do you mean is he gonna start he won't you don't think he's gonna start the first game because he'll be in Chelsea or somewhere, or you mean because he needs rest?
yeah, I want to know that. I want to know that. I want to know that. That's a good question by
Because on
Kieran,
the
but I
rest
want to know the
situation,
answer.
I would definitely
Yes.
bring him along slowly. But
Yep.
you got to think, Suchek, RicE, and Sufal all had heavy minutes in the Euros, heavy training. So I wouldn't gas him out because he already played the whole season. RicE played like every minute, bro.
Every
Every
game.
minute.
Yes,
So
man.
like
Yes.
I know in his head he's like, yo, I ain't I need some cover. I need some help. But at the same time, he's so professional, he ain't gonna leak that out. And his people are professional. They ain't gonna leak that out to Joe Schmo down the block so you can put it out, and mess up his negotiation.
100, and it's
okay. For rest, I would definitely bring him slow.
Yeah,
I would bring him slow because we was talking about this the other day.
Yo, Brethren, it's the same. Like, yo, you got like now you got Noble in his like Twilight Zone years. You know what I mean? Last season, shut up. But you got Noble like last season Twilight year things. Like, I think he's gonna be magic in Europe, man, because it's a slower pace, and I think it's gonna suit him down to the bone, dog. I think it's gonna suit him down to the bone, and like if there's needed like cover for like Suchek or RicE, Coventry is your boy, and that Forsen kid, man, he came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. Like, he looks like Conte, like 2.0, man. I ain't even playing with you.
I need to see more of him. And more minutes and a little tougher and a little more tougher competition. Because he might be able to play that, you know what I mean? That role, that defensive role. You know,
like kind of like a Hayden Mullins kind of role, but he can go forward too. Like, yo, did you see that one pass that against Reading? He made that one pass. I think it was to Antonio, but it was like right down the middle. It split the defense, dog, and like it was just like whoa, like it was like I was watching Champions League, dog. It was.
Where is he from? Is he What's Force? Is he English or he's Irish?
No. I was talking about Coventry though.
Coventry. Like, okay.
Sorry. I know I jumped like from here to there, but yo, no, Coventry, beautiful pass, like right through the middle, dog. And I think it was to Antonio, and Antonio missed it. And he should have got it, and he was vexed when he like didn't get it because it was like on a plate for him, man. But yeah, that Forsen kid, he's like our Angola Kante, man. Like, straight up, homeboy looks like he looks composed on the ball. He looks composed off the ball. Like, yo, the academy is back, dog. Like, real talk, the academy is back, man. Like, yo, can you read that, dog? What's Charlie saying?
He says, man? Coventry's is 21, getting close to make or break season for him, putting his best foot forward in preseason. Love to see it. Absolutely. My only problem, not a problem. My only thing is concern. I'll say concern. And I message you this, is we all know that Moisey don't like playing young cats. He stayed. I mean, no matter what team he's coached, he says it. And it's not a mean, like, oh, he just wants to bring them along proper. So, you know what I mean? They don't rush in. He did it with Bowen. He does it with every young guy. He even with Bowen, he said, he said the fans are screaming for me to throw him out here, but I'm not going to just throw him out to the wolves. I've seen too many young bulls get messed up when you throw them into the Premier like that.
I love that, though, because he did the same thing with Benrahma. And even my pops was like, why ain't he playing Benrahma? I was like, he did the same thing with Bowen. He weans them in slowly, like, so they're not overwhelmed. And you're seeing the advantages of that now because, like, Bowen looks like a different player. He looks like he'd be first on my team sheet, like, just now, man. Like, Bowen looks crazy right now, man. It's madness, man. Like,
yo, what's another mad? The Liverpool John. That's another thing. He's a little with the rumors. Oh, my God. They're fucking killing me, dog. They're killing me with the rumors, like a bunch of aunties gossiping. Girl, you know what I heard? Let me tell you what I heard. Let me tell you, girl.
Did you just say a bunch of aunties gossiping?
Yeah. Well, the Sam YouTube's like a bunch of aunties right now. Be like, I looked up on this, and I'll be like, oh, okay, break it. Wait, so your joint is to read somebody else's joint. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. And get everybody hyped up. Like, it's like how many rumors could it be, man? I've heard so many links and rumors. Like, man, what is your on, man? Relax. There's women walking around. There's beautiful women. We ain't in lockdown no more. Like, talk to them. Burn your Zuby. I don't know. Take a walk in the park. You understand? Your dog hasn't probably been on a walk in a whole month. Walk your dogs. Go do something. Go bird watching or something. These are these fucking rumors, man. Like, stressing me out.
I'm showing you, man. It's like, yo, it's like we're not happy when like information's leaked, and then we're not happy when information's not leaked. And when information's not leaked, we just like think of a whole bunch of things like, oh, is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Is it this? Like, I think we have to have faith in our manager. I think we have to have faith in the backroom staff. And I think it'll all come up roses, but like we just gotta hold back and have faith. And you trust me, dog. You trust me. Moyes has his targets, and you know what? That man there that you talk about, that number 7 for Czech Republic, I'd rather have him than that Alex Craw cat any day of the week, dog. Any day of the week. Any
And
day of
then,
the week.
you know, and another thing they got to realize is the big dogs got to sign their deals first, and then everything's gonna fall in place in a week or two,
Word
right?
up.
Because
Word up.
Chelsea ain't gonna move Tammy Boy until they bring in Holland or they bring in a big dog striker. You understand? Because what's his name already? Giroud, where he went to? He went somewhere. I don't know wherever he
Oh, he
went.
did. He did. He did. He did.
So
He went. Yeah,
Chelsea's
he did.
waiting to see if they're gonna get
Yeah.
Holland. If Holland they can't do that, they're gonna get somewhere else, and then they're gonna make the move on Tammy Boy, and that's
I
smart on
want.
their part, you
I
know. And
want
that's what
that.
a lot of other
Go on.
teams too. Like a lot of other
Yup.
teams too. Once
Yup.
once the big dogs start, boom, oh he's going there, he's going there, boom, boom, boom.
Yup.
Then okay, now we got rid of this guy. Now we could sell you Joe Schmo. You understand? I think
Word up,
that's a
man.
little bit. I mean, I'm not
Word
saying we're
up,
gonna
man.
get Tammy Boy or nothing like that, but
Yo,
nobody else is really.
Charlie Walsh just said it. Charlie
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Too many Charlies in the building, dog. How you mean? But yo, Charlie Walsh just said it. He went to AC Milan, dog.
Yo, it's triple Charlie's because Cahal is Charlie and Irish.
I know.
Yo, am I saying that
dog.
right?
I know, dog.
Cahal. Am
I
I
know,
saying?
dog.
I hope I'm
showing
saying
you,
my
man.
man's name right. Yo, my guy, if you still in the chat, yo, I
No,
hope I think it's Cahal.
Kyle.
I think it's
Kyle, I think that's
like
how you say
Irish
it,
style.
Kyle.
Like I ain't like see if I do it good. Cahal. Is that good? Is that
Kyle.
good? Is that good?
You know what? I just like when like he got like that proper like Irish accent. And he just like fuck it, and I'm like, yo, it's not fuck it. It's like FECK. It's like
Yeah,
fuck it.
they say
I
that
love that
they
shit,
kind of
dog.
say that
I
in
love
Boston
that
too a
shit.
little bit because they got a heavy Irish. The way
Oh,
Boston,
100.
yeah, the way Boston says the F
Yo,
word, got them vibes.
yo, what do you think? What do you think? Like, what do you think about that movie, The Departed? That's one of my favorite movies, dog. You like that shit?
Oh, with Jack
It's
Nicholas
with
and
Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah.
A bunch of them, dog.
Where
Mark
he's
Wahlberg.
using them on the inside or whatever.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yo, that's a fly movie still, man. I love that thing, dog. But it's like, yo, it's so like knitted with like the Irish, like Boston Tea Party things. You know what I mean? Like straight big up Cahill, man. Like, yo, he's a pimp, man. All day, every day, dog. Straight up, man. But like, yo, man, what are the man them saying? In it,
Yeah, they say
Giroud,
AC Milan.
yes, AC Milanis. Yo, I'm showing you, man. I'm glad he went to AC Milan rather than coming to West Ham. I didn't want him, man. Like we had the Hilairs, we had the Andy Carrolls, we had the man them. Like I didn't want Giroud, and we're being linked with Giroud, like for real. And I'm glad we don't have him because like I like what okay.
A counterattack with a slow forward like him is just not gonna. It's not gonna be.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So like if you had the option of bringing in Sema, Armstrong, or who else? I think it's Sema or Armstrong. Those are the two. Oh, or Tammy Abraham. What are you saying?
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of Tammy Abraham, dog. Like I know he's good, and maybe with more service he'll be even better.
Bro, he was scoring. Listen, he was bagging goals, and if he would have played full time, he maybe, he might have got like close to 20. Hey, I mean,
I know, but
he could do it.
Me and you agreed on Musa Mariega or whatever his name is, dog.
Yeah.
He's a pimp.
But I'm not. Only my thing with Tammy is
would
he's.
You run with him? Would you run with Mariega or would you run with Sema?
Yo, listen. Ooh, I've like Noriega for a long time. Ain't even gonna front,
Me
man.
too, dog. Yep.
I would go with the younger one though. I think, but
ceLe. Yeah.
man, you know
Yeah.
what? I wouldn't hate either though. I wouldn't hate either. To be honest, I wouldn't hate either.
Yeah.
If they brought either one of them cats in, I think our fan base would be happy.
Oh,
I think they would be happy. You know, it's not like, oh, we got to spend 50 million. I'm not even on that type of vibe. I'm like, yo,
Word
let's
up.
go.
I'm with you.
I'm not saying let's get some Kosovo League All-Stars, but I'm saying let's, you know, it's better
I'm
for
with you on
us
that, man.
for the size we are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what we trying to do, get as many players as we can get for the lower price and young. Because the young, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't, we're not that team that's gonna go get a guy that's 27 in his bag and he's balling. It just ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And like if we do that and it doesn't work, we're gonna be set back. You understand? Like Chelsea and them cats, they could mess up on a player. We can't mess up on we can't mess up $40 million contracts like that. We can't do it. We can't do it. Nah. So the best thing would be, you know, I mean, not no 18, 19, you know, like, you know, in early 20s, you know, bring them along, bang. And then hopefully
let me ask you this. When do you think the transfers are gonna start like rolling through, dog?
When I think for us,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna tell you this. I think when Haaland does his deal, or when Chelsea figures out that yeah, they're gonna get him, or no, they not, or they figuring out what they're gonna do, then shit's gonna start falling into play. Because as you can see right now, it's slowly picking up. It's not been too many teams, you know, buying this guy, buying that guy. So I don't see what everybody's stressing out. Like I'm kind of watching. I'm not panic mode. I'm not panic mode, but I'm like, let's sign somebody. But I'm also like, okay, well, the big names on the market, they still haven't left nowhere. The pen and the ink and all that, it ain't got done. So you know, it is what it is.
You see what Karen just done said, yeah? And it makes sense, man. He's saying like he just wonders if Tammy wants a bigger club rather than like West Ham to go to, and he hopes that like we're not wasting our time chasing him. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100, man. Like I agree with that. But like, yo,
I remember a year or two ago, I don't know about a bigger club, but he wanted a big amount of money. Like he came out and said the type of talent he was, he deserves to be paid with the top elite, the Agueros, you know what I mean? Like he wanted that money. So he might want a big move like that. Because he ain't gonna get that big super bag at West Ham.
You know what I'm saying, dog? It's like, yo, man, I want that Sufal. I want that Suchek up front. Like, even Slick. I think Slick would be a live move, man. Straight up, man. Like, homeboy got bags of skill, man. Like, you know, I want to bring in them players to, like, I want to bring in them players that we know nothing about, like, and they just hit the ground running. That's what I want. And I think Moyes is capable of, like, bringing them players in still. And I think he's going to catch us off guard. And, like, we'll sign somebody named, like, whatever. And we'll be like, who is this guy? But, yo, homeboy will, like, hit the ground running. Bang, you're like, whoa. Because when, like, Sufal came to us, you could see a change in the team from his first game. Like, he's an international. He shorted up on the right side. Like, yo, I want to see those players that are undiscovered, but like have been scouted very well. So when they come into the team, there, it's like there ain't no stopping them, man. There ain't no stopping them.
Yo, and it would be a good move from the owners because you know why? The fans are we're kind of familiar and we kind of have a little love for the Czech guys now.
That's what I'm talking about, Doc. That's what I'm talking about.
It might be good money-wise. It might be good on the field-wise, you know, and it also is going to be good with the fans because they have we have a kind of like a little connection now with the Czech team, as well as the other, what's the other team over there?
Slavia Prague, Sparta Prague. Yeah. Yo, big up Epic still. Epic just came up in the building, man.
I mean, we a big club, you know what I mean? We in London or whatever, but it's just like, yo, that's the whole thing. You know, you ain't really a big dog unless you have to win something to be a big dog. But we're not like, you know, we're still a London team. And to be a team in London, if you ain't doing it, I think something's wrong. with at the top. You got to. There's no way you could be in a market if you're not utilizing. If you're not utilizing being in the London market, you half stepping, man. You're not doing what you got to do. There's no way. Like, listen, in America, every big like New York, LA, Chicago, they always have the teams. They got the money. They got the big fan base to generate money, and they just clobber everybody usually. And the small markets don't do as good. So we in London. It's time to start stepping, man. It's time, yo. And if they can't do it, they need to get up out of here, man. Straight up. If they can't take us where we want to go, they need to bounce. Like I don't know if it was true, but whatever. Another rumor that they always do in July is, the guy offered $400 million or something, and they said ceLe or one of them told him, well, we didn't do it because we want to make sure they're taking the team in the right direction. I'm like, that's big coming from you. That's big coming from him, right? Oh my!
It's like yo, Brenton. It's like they tried to do the whole whatchamacallit, like get a superstar upon the screen, like, and his name was Pellegrini, like he's a superstar. He's won this Real Madrid, Man City, da 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 da. It's like, yo, they tried to get like the Ryan Gosling of like football. You know what I mean? Like to like take control of a football club. And then you got like David Moyes that comes in, who got dissed, like really, like from the last time he left us. He came in, ate some humble pie, and so did the board there. And it's like, yo, he got stuck down to it. He got the best backroom staff in the whole flipping league, man. Like, I love that fight. I love that hunger, man. I love that, like, yo, man, I remember throwing money at players like strippers, dog. I said that the other night, and I ain't fighting from that. Like, yo, man. But listen, Brethren, we're gonna cut this off, and yo, we got a next show that's gonna be coming up when we make some blood clot transfers, dog. So me and you can like have a brew, have a glass of champagne, have a glass of vino, and just like cheers to like the players that we're done bringing in. Cause yo, I think something's on the horizon still, dog. I really do, man. I really, really, really do, man. I really like, yo, all them players there that like they sent home from the Euros. I signed all of them. Lingard, Watkins, and Ward-Prowse. I signed all of them. All of them, blood. All of them, blood. Like, straight up, man. It's just me, though. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
Real things, man.
Wall said, ask Birmingham fans if they think ceLe cares about finding the right person.
Let me put that up, dog. Yeah. Let me put that up.
I was like, if he really turned down that money and told that guy that, and that was his reason.
Yes,
I was like, yo, that's the craziest joint I ever heard, man. Like, make sure to take the team. Like, he's saying that, right? And we getting ready to play Europa, and we are bare bones, man. We have to get a few people. I'm not panicking, but we have to. There's no way around.
We do.
They have
100,
to.
100.
We got a chance to win some shit this year, and we can't be sitting on our hands, butting around. We can't do it. Europa is possible, especially if we add a few, add a little bit of cover for the boys, man.
Hey, yo, Charlie, we need to get this Charlie on next time. You got me? Mr. Charlie Walsh, Mr. Watchline, Mr. like food for days, Mr. I could talk like forever, on two Watchline things. Yo, he's a legend, man. Legend. Like, you already know, because he had you on his show, dog. Like, homeboy's a good man. You got me? Like, he's real things, man. He's a G, man.
That's my guy. That's my guy right there. I call him Twin. I call him Twin because we got the same name.
I know, but yo, listen, Brethren, you can take pills for that still. You know what I mean? You can take pills for that still, dog. Yo, man, big up everybody up in the live chat. Karen saying Sullivan would sell us to ISIS if the price is right. Word up, Bin Laden and who's the other cat, man? Who's the other cat? Saddam Hussein. Him too, dog.
Listen,
Charlie, say it, dog. Charlie, say it, dog. Like these things here, dog. Say it, dog.
we are fucking massive.
Done.